The first local elections under the Moon Jae-in administration will be held in just 8 days from now. The race for mayor, governor and education superintendent jobs is mainly seen as a competition between the two biggest parties here in South Korea, namely the ruling Democratic Party of Korea and the main opposition Liberty Korea Party. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what's at stake for the rival parties on June 13th. Our political correspondent Kim Min-ji with the details.
The race is on for the leadership of 17 of South Korea's metropolitan cities or provinces. In the last local elections back in 2014, the New Politics Alliance for Democracy, the current ruling Democratic Party of Korea, had 9 mayors or governors elected, while the Saenuri Party, now the main opposition Liberty Korea Party, secured 8. This time around, the outcome of the local elections will be seen as a barometer of public sentiment about the Moon Jae-in administration, given that it's the first nationwide election since he took office in May last year. The ruling party is trying to add to the 9 they have already, while the main opposition is out to secure at least 6 posts.
The most keenly watched areas for this year's local elections are traditional conservative strongholds like here in Gyeongsang-namdo province. Now these are the races to watch as the ruling party is riding the wave of the Moon Jae-in administration's high approval rating, and there are questions whether the main opposition party will be able to survive the onslaught. In fact, southern regions held by the Conservatives have been a focal point of the ruling party's campaign, with the party's leadership using most of their time so far supporting their candidates there. With the exception of 2 regions leaning towards the Conservative Party, some polls show Liberal candidates are in the lead. The ruling party has been calling for support from the people to get the policies of the Moon Jae-in government rolling in the Conservative-held areas.
If you pick candidates from the main opposition, it's a vote that allows and shows support for corruption. It won't be of any help to the public.
At the same time, the main opposition party is making the case that they know best how to deal with affairs of the region and asking voters to support them again. The leadership of the Conservative Party has been out on the streets nationwide, calling on people not to be blinded by polls, claiming they are inaccurate. The party says that the current government is only focusing on developments regarding North Korea, while the country's economy is in the doldrums.
Nothing is being done right here in our country while the president is doing nothing but work on Kim Jong-un. He is not thinking of reviving our economy, but focusing on boosting North Korea's economy.
But as it stands now, most experts say the environment is looking favorable for the ruling party.
The main opposition hasn't been able to build up enough trust in their party, given its relation to the impeachment of a former president. And although it's been pushing forward with issues of its own, such as reviving the economy and criticizing the government's shortcomings, it's not been able to garner public support, overshadowed by the success of the Moon administration in regards to developments with North Korea.
That said, it's going to be extra important as to how the party step up their campaigning with not so much time left.
With early voting starting on Friday and less than 10 days until Election Day, the onus is on the parties to bring out their respective voter bases, as the outcome will decide the future course of each party. For the winner, the upper hand, while for the loser, it's back to the drawing board. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.